What's up, YouTube? What's going on? Today we're looking at the infamous glass Gleam-4. So I'm gonna get right into this. Glass Gleam-4 GG4, one of the first soaps that I was introduced to when I got into window cleaning. Everyone raved about it and talked about how great it was, and I went out and got it. And you know, what I didn't realize is because I was an inexperienced window cleaner at the time, you know, this stuff highlights your mistakes because it's a super concentrate. If you don't add the right amount, it can really mess up the results. So that's why I use a floater bottle like this, and we're gonna cut to a job that I was at today, and I'll show you how this works. So as we just talked about, this is very highly concentrated. It literally says super concentrate. So what we use is what's called a floater bottle, which is a measurement system. You can see all the numbers here. According to the Glass Gleam-4 bottle, it says a half ounce. So we just squeeze it like this, and the solution comes up and fills it up, and you just go right up into the line, and then simply you just add it to your bucket. And for 2 gallons, we're gonna do 2 of those. I could have just went to the 1 ounce mark, but this is the best way to make sure that you're not putting too much, because as we'll discuss here in a minute, if you add too much to your bucket, there can be some not so great consequences. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into that right now. So some of the consequences of adding too much Glass Gleam-4 and not removing all the water from the glass is it makes really bright white lines, and it will highlight all of your mistakes. So if you're a new guy and you're not proficient at squeegeeing and getting all the water off the glass, I would steer clear of Glass Gleam-4 until you've come to you know, a proficient place in your squeegeeing, so that you don't go ahead and mess up your results. You know, if you get a new customer or something, you run out and get this because you hear it's so good, and you know, then the results aren't, you know, what you wanted. So that's just a precautionary until you get good, you know what I mean. Try it out on your own windows and stuff like that. Get proficient with it. Plus, because it's a subless soap, you gotta use a glide agent with it, or you're gonna have zero slip. So, you know, you can use, I've used Glass Gleam Glide, I've used the Sorbo Glide. There's some other glides out in the market that I'm gonna purchase this spring, just so I can try them out, and then I can kind of give you guys like a full spread on all of the different glides. And you know, I don't know if they differ or what, you know what I mean? But I know it's a lubricant that makes your squeegee glide. You know, and I used it for a full year. I became very proficient using it, especially using those bigger squeegees. Like once you get up to like 36 inches, you're using silicone rubber, and silicone can be very, very grippy. So, you know, you can get a lot of jittering and friction. So I had to figure out what the right amount for me was, and using the quadrupod, which next week I'm going to be doing a full out video and stuff like that, and we'll do the leaf car, and we'll do it all. But I'm gonna show you guys, you know, using the quadrupod based on the measurement of that bucket, how much squeegee glide I would use, and you know, how much, you know, soap I would put in. Like I got to a place where I just eyed it, and basically it would be like just covering the surface of this, like not thick, just covering the surface of the bottom of the cap would normally be enough. So some of the other benefits of using soaps like these that are, you know, free of suds and soap and things that will leave behind residue. So when you use a soap like this, the understanding is that the windows are going to be cleaner longer because there's no residue left behind on the glass for the dirt to cling to. So, you know, when you choose a soap like this over something like this, you're basically you're cutting out the suds and you're getting a more I guess finished product at the end. Your customers are going to be happier because their windows are going to be cleaned longer. So when you go and add, like I've been in debates online over this exact subject, you know, guys adding Dawn dish soap and mixing other sudded soaps. What is the point of using this if you're just going to kill the benefits of using a product like this? Just go ahead and use the professional soap that comes with the suds. You know what I mean? Because at that point, you're adding slip agent, you're adding sudded soap, and then you have this, which is a super concentrate on top of that. So it's like now you're taking away the benefits of using a soap like this, and you're adding more and more elements onto the glass, which is going to leave, you're ultimately going to leave more residue than you would have. So it's like it kind of cancels out the benefits of using a product like this. And you know, I've done some research and stuff, and you know, you're just canceling out the benefits. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. It's just something I can't wrap my head around. I don't understand why you would go and do that to a product that's designed, you know, it's designed to do the opposite of what that soap provides. So, you know, it's just maybe it's just like a pet peeve. It's an opinion. You can do whatever the hell you want, but I'm just saying from like your results standpoint, you know, unless that's what you want. Like maybe if that's what you desire, then you got it. But if that's not what you desire and you desire the best result from a product like this, don't go adding other things. Just put your slip agent in it. Let the soap do its magic. Squeegee it off and have the beautiful, shiny, less residue on the glass results. You know what I mean? That's just how, you know, that's how my brain works. That's how I, you know, when I learned that about this product, I said, it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to add anything to it. But that's kind of some of the cautionary things I would say. I mean, there's not too much more to say about it other than like I used it at the showroom at one of the car dealerships I did today, and you know what I mean? Beautiful results. Like literally, I've literally had clients like after I'm cleaning and stuff, I come back and they're like, dude, people walked into the glass, someone banged their head on the window. Like I actually have a review on my business page from one of the car dealerships, and they said literally people walk into the windows after he's here. So you know what I mean? Like doing a really good job, it sells itself. You know what I mean? So don't sell yourself short by, you know, taking shortcuts, skipping windows, doing stupid things like that. You know, that's where guys in this game, I think it separates like the elite window cleaners from like the average guys. Is, you know, I've had guys who have been window cleaners for a majority of their life come work for me, and my standards were way higher than, you know, the average guy. And they complained about it, and I would straight up have to tell them, like, then you can't work for me. Like, this is how we do things. Like, things are done. Like, this is why I'm in the position I'm in. This is why I'm winning. Because I do things different from everybody else. And that's how you got to think about it. You got to continue to refocus in on your vision and not get sidetracked from your vision.